So recently I heard that PTS has some changes for jetpacks, so without hesitation I jumped on it and tested everything out. Like a sore pimple on your face, there was a new jetpack. Or rather old, returning one. So people who played Planetside in beta probably remembers this one. Since I didn't, this was new for me. First question. How is it different from other two jetpacks? Well, rather fast vertical thrust. In its description it's also said that its energy replenishes quite fast, which I frankly doubt. See, with a full charge you're able to lift yourself about 3 stories high, but that's lower than jump jet's maximum height. And of course you're gonna hit the ground before energy regen can kick in. And as an added feature, you won't really be able to move while you're using your jetpacks. So only straight upwards and maybe slightly forward or backward or whatever. And that means you pretty much have to stand next to the object you want to jump onto. I don't know why, but I imagined Icarus jetpacks to be more like a flea jump jets or something like that, basically propelling you upwards and forwards. Well, let's imagine it's a biolab fight and you want to attack your enemy from a high place. So you get there and eventually enemy spots you, so you need to change your position, but you really can't. Jumping from building to building efficiently enough is impossible with this jetpack. Oh, and another great feature about this jetpack is that since it doesn't really have that much energy and it recharges, well, not sufficiently enough, let's say, you won't really be able to break your fall. Of course, to a certain extent, this jetpack can break fall, but not just as good as drifters or jump jets. Both of these jetpacks can save your life no matter which distance you are falling from, unlike Icarus. So in current state, the jetpack is complete shit. I would recommend adding forward thrust if you're using forward key, as well as adding more power to the jetpack so it can break fall from any height, just like the other two we already have. So that's pretty much on Icarus, but drifters also got some changes. First off, energy pool is increased, so you can hover for a lot longer time. And second, if you're not using your movement keys, you will gain altitude. Slowly but surely. So yeah, basically they are buffing drifters again. Well, altitude gain is definitely something we really needed. But more energy? I don't really think so. See, on the battlefield it's very easy to see a hovering light assault, so you will be killed before that energy runs out. And very good recharge rate makes it pretty much infinite. I would say that we probably need a little bit more energy, but not this much. I did test this jetpack quite thoroughly, and frankly the best way to test it was by speed drifting. And those of you who are not familiar with speed drifting or slingshot maneuver, I made a tutorial about this. Basically it's a technique to utilize your jetpacks to the fullest extent. Anyhow, the testing ground was Alatum Biolab, and the landing pad up north. Basically I wanted to see how far I can drift with the live version and the PTS version. Since the PTS version had the upwards thrust advantage, it did go a little bit further, but not by much. At the end, PTS version had a lot of energy left, while the live version only had like 20% or so. So if I had enough energy to go further, then why didn't I? Well, that momentum I gained from the biolab pretty much ended right there, and I was starting to go forward instead of sideways. But then, even I said that we need a little bit more energy. On the battlefield while speed drifting, I noticed that I need a little bit more energy to get to my desired position. And that is why I say that we only need a little bit. But the current state in test server, I just ask, why do we even need energy? Because it seems infinite. So then why bother with energy bar in the first place? Overall drifter changes are pretty good. Yet somehow I feel that they are trying to make an OP jetpack. But yeah, that's about it on the jetpacks. So what did you think about the new ones? Have you tested them out? And most importantly, what would you change?